Good morning. I'm Li Xiongfai from Chimeng Government Secondary School, presenting this year's essay topic. The world-renowned, esteemed, and well-respected UN Economic and Social Commission for Western Asia coined the definition of globalization as the reduction and removal of barriers between national borders to facilitate the flow of capital, labor, goods, and services. Let's move to the heart of globalization, its impact on our economy. Because of globalization, countries have formed blocs for borderless trade and economies of scale. Today, there are three main kinds of regional trading blocs. We have the ASEAN, formed way back in 1967, then the 27-member EU, formed 26 years later in 1993, and finally, we have the NAFTA, formed in 1994 with the US, Canada, and Mexico. Globalization has also improved our living standard by providing more job opportunities and diversifying the products in the existing markets. That finally benefits us, the consumer, as it reduces the cost of products in the supermarkets. And I have one well-known example to verify the above. China, her GDP growth rate was about 12.6% in 2007, according to the IMF. The other side of the coin refers to the heavy price of globalization. Prestigious Toys R Us, Walmart, and Nike outsourced their production to Asian developing countries. While this stimulates the provision of more jobs, we cannot turn a blind eye to how the rights of these teenage laborers are sometimes abused. For example, according to an expose by Oxfam from mid-1990 to 2000, revealed that these teenage laborers are having extremely low salary, poor working environment, bullying, and even sexual exploitation. So the disadvantages of globalization comes out when enterprises care too much about the bottom line, that is minimization of cost and maximization of profits. So some multinationals abuse the authority of outsourcing, causing millions of teens to live in poverty. Then I would like to address how globalization influences our politics. Do you remember who she is? She is Christina Chan from Hong Kong U. I was inspired by her support of Tibetans fighting for autonomy. She proves to us that teenagers nowadays start to devote themselves to a political evolution. And every time when we take a look at those reports concerning political instability, we vent our discordance because we are involved and concerned politics, which bodes well for ourselves to inherit the world. And China, a super economic power in the decades under globalization, would never host the Olympic Games in 2008 if not for globalization, provided her with financial and political clout. Then I would like to talk about how globalization influences our culture. We change our eating habits from yum cha to greasy hamburgers and fries. KFC and McDonald's compete for its slice of populous markets worldwide under globalization. As a result, they are visible on almost every street corner in Hong Kong, as driven by the demands of you and me. I just want to ask, how many of you can resist the temptation of hamburgers and go to tea houses with your parents? And I dare to say no. But it is a problem, because when we focus too much about the foreign culture, what about to the local culture? Perhaps like this. Last but not least, I would like to address how globalization influences our culture, a favorite topic of our judges. Well, I just want a little bit brownie points as I look from the past couple of years that Lions Club are focusing on environmental issues. So judges, this topic is especially for you. The chart speaks for itself. Because of globalization, there's a wider and cheaper part of the product increases our demand. Increased demand leads to increased supply. And it is a problem. Because of increased production, there leads to more waste and more greenhouse gases. And finally, the problem, as we all know, global warming comes out. That wraps up my presentation. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the world that we are going to inherit.